This is the Redmi AirDots, and this has been sent to me by banggood.com, so huge thanks to them that this is my first review unit of some kind. And today in this video I'm going to be telling you how do I feel about these earbuds, the wireless Bluetooth earbuds. I have been using this device for almost 3 days now, or maybe more than that. So let's quickly jump into the video. This is how the packaging looks like. The blue box looks beautiful. The Redmi AirDots is quite bold and everything else is in Chinese. And this rubber case or this rubber jelly thing over here is to protect the Redmi AirDots case itself. Now let's open the packaging itself. Seal was quite broken because of the customs, of course. Everything is in Chinese, so I have to peel this plastic off. And by opening them, you have the earphones itself. Looks quite small and light. There are plastic on the charging points too, so I'll remove them later. And here you get the ear tips. So I'm not opening it right now. There is of course the small and larger size in there. And you get the user manual. Everything is in Chinese again. And it says Redmi AirDots in front too. So once you remove all the plastics from the earbuds, if you place them inside the case, they will charge itself. And this is how it looks like with the rubbery cover over here. So it's kind of a case inside a case. And the pairing option is fairly easy. You just tap on this Redmi AirDots icon, and while pairing them for the first time, you will see this Redmi AirDots R. R means right, so the right side earbud is the main one over here. Once you have paired these earphones to your phone, the process is pretty simplistic. You just pull them out from the case and put them into your ears, and they will be connected fairly quickly. So I would say while pulling up these earphones from this case, be careful that you don't drop it somewhere, because it is quite likely that you will drop it because the position is kind of like that. So if you're doing it outside, be careful about it. The case is pretty simple. It's a plastic case, and even the earphones, and you can see how much it sticks out from my ears. And I would say the quality of the case is pretty good, and it has a battery, so that's great that whenever you're putting these earphones inside this case, it will charge itself. I mean, these earphones will charge itself automatically, so there is no issues. And inside you will find magnets, so that's great. Wherever you drop the earphones inside the case, it will pull it in the charger, so do not worry about it that you have to place it something like that. You don't have to do anything. You just leave your earphones over here. It will get set up over there. And one thing that is really good about this case, that once you put these earphones inside this case, you can just open the case and even do this upside down. Do you notice this? Upside down. The earphones are in there, but even if I do this, they won't fall out. So that is a really good thing about these magnets. The left and right thing which is written on the earphones are pretty small in my opinion, and you will definitely have a hard time if you have some eye problem or something. It is really small, so I feel the letter of L and R, left and right, should have been a little bit bigger over here. You can use these earphones for very long period of time. Even if you are wearing it for 2 or 3 hours, you won't be having any problems in my opinion. I have been wearing these for almost 3 hours, but it does not hurt my ear. So that is a really good point about these earphones. If you want totally wireless earphone which does not hurt your ears, this is the one you should go with. Now let's move on to the charging part. Well, charging them are really easy. I just told you that you just need to drop it on the case and these will charge itself. But how do you charge the case? There is a micro USB port on the back side of the case, so that is how you charge the case. And you can definitely open it and you can see, but you can open this case with one single hand or even with one finger, just like this. But it's kind of hard, but still it's quite easy. So one convenient thing is that you can even open it with one hand. As you can see, the case, you can open it with one hand. But I would say still I would like to see a USB Type-C port on the back side, maybe in the next model. But here we have micro USB, not a problem. they are everywhere, so no issues. So how long does it take to charge, you may ask? Well, the case itself needs like about 2 hours. It was quite less than 2 hours to charge it from 0 to 100%. But one con is that you cannot see the battery of like how much battery left on the case. So that is a bummer when compared to AirPods, which you cannot compare because of the price. These almost costs like in India. I'll put the direct links for these in the description box below, and definitely go with the banggood.com link. And how long does it take to charge these earphones when they run out of battery? Well, it takes about like maybe half an hour or maybe more than that. I did not actually like count it, but it definitely takes half an hour almost to charge these things inside the case. And one thing to note that like both of these small earphones have 40 mAh battery and the case has 300 mAh battery. But do not get me wrong, you can definitely get pretty long battery life. With these, like one full charge on these earphones can get you about 3.5 to 4 hours of battery life with like continuous usage. And that case over there can charge these earphones almost 2 times. So you can definitely get about 10 hours of straight use. And one really convenient thing, whenever you are not using it, just put them inside the case, it will charge itself anywhere. So that is the great thing. And one thing about this case, if you do like this with the hinge over here, if you move, you will see that this hinge kind of moves around over here, the front hinge. But if you press it from the top and bottom part like this, you will see that this case is really solid, but it is still plastic, so that's how it is. But if you really move it like this, you will see that this hinge kind of moves. So yeah, but if any pressure is given from top and bottom, this feels quite a solid case. Now let's talk about the isolation. Well, I have been using these with the like larger ear tips because I use these with like every earphone out there. But I would say the isolation is really good. Once you put them in your ear, you cannot really hear outside noise or something. There is no active noise cancellation or something. You should not expect that in this price range, at least I think. So yeah, the sound isolation is really good. Now let's talk about the sound quality. Now when I compare this Mi AirDots sounds with this Mi Sports Bluetooth earphones, I would say the sound quality is quite on par, or in some cases I would say it is even better. These Mi AirDots do sound a little bit better compared to this like Mi Sports Bluetooth earphones. But I would say if you're really like into music, highs will be kind of like a little bit distorted if you're listening to full volume. Sometimes I have noticed that is not all the time. A very like few amount of times you will notice that the high pitches are getting a little bit distorted with this Mi AirDots, which does not happen with that Mi Sports Bluetooth earphones. So do note that. But otherwise the bass is really good. It does not like pop really hard into your ear, but it is really pronounced well in these earphones. The bass is really good, and even the midtones and lows are pretty crisp on this Mi AirDots. So that is a really good thing. And the microphone, I would say it is quite good, I think, because the other party never had an issue when I was like doing some calls with these earphones. So no issues with calling on these earphones. The mic is placed kind of over here, so the microphone is kind of directed to your mouth whenever like you're putting these earphones, just like this. So the call quality, I have no issues whatsoever. And even if like the other party is having call issues, I think you can just pull one earbud from your ears and like talk like this. So I think these are working pretty fine with the like calling and stuff. No issues whatsoever with the mic. And here is the complimentary movement of any earphone review out there, that even if you shake your head like a madman, these earphones do not fall out of your ear. So that is a really good feat, I would say. While jogging or running, these earphones are not gonna fall out of your ears. Pretty much confirmed. Now, of course, these are not gaming earphones since it's Bluetooth earphones, and these offers Bluetooth 5.0. So that is really great that Bluetooth 5 you're getting for this price range, and the range of this like earphone from your device is pretty good. I think it's about like 12 feet or something. I'm not really sure, but I did test it. Like I was having my phone on my bed and I went like outside on the other like side, and it was connected almost about like up to 12 to 14 feet, I think. So the connectivity is really good, and I did not have any cut off issues which I used to have, like usually have with the Mi Sports Bluetooth earphone. The music sometimes like cuts off whenever it's playing. There is an object or my hand in between or something. So the drops in the music or even calls are not that like noticeable in these earphones. So the transmitting of music and stuff is really great with Bluetooth 5.0, that I can confirm. So now let's talk about the charging indicators on these like earphones. Well, it has like each of them has a red LED whenever it's charging. Once it's done charging, it will pop up in white, and that case has a red LED in front while it's charging, and while the charging is completed, it does not show any white or something, it just goes off. So that's how it is with the charging LEDs over here. Now talking about the pairing, well, I was having a little bit hard time while pairing this to another device. Pairing these with the newer device, you have to just hold these buttons. There is only one button on each side. Over here, this is like this part of this earphones is like a whole button. So one tap on these buttons pauses the music, double tapping gets you to the Google Assistant, and there is no other controls of like, there is no other next or previous music control, or even there is no volume control. So that kind of sucks that you cannot like control your volume, but you can use, like you have to use your Google Assistant for controlling your like volume. If you want to really do it with the earphones itself, you have to use Google Assistant and say like lower the volume to 50% or something. So that's how it is. There is no volume control or no next or previous music option with these earphones. You have to do it from the phone itself. And if you're pairing these, well, you have to hold the buttons on the both earphones for almost 15 seconds. Then they will blink on a different color, white and red color, like simultaneously for a moment, and then you can pair it with a new device. So what do I think about these earphones and why should you get one? Well, let me tell you that if you are in a need of a Bluetooth earphone and you do not like any wire, in that case, I would say that this is a really great earphone. Well, there is no water resistant certificate or something for these earphones, which you do get with the Mi Sports Bluetooth earphone, but here it is not listed. Otherwise, I would say if you want to go really wireless totally, this is quite good and quite convenient. If you can just like put the case inside your pocket and move around with these earphones. Once you run out of battery outside anywhere, you can just put them back inside the case and it will charge automatically. So this was my full review of this Redmi AirDots. Let me know in the comments what do you guys think about these earphones, and do you really want to get one for yourself? So what do I think about these earphones? I think these are pretty good pair of earphones if you really want to go totally wireless. I did not have a fully wireless earphones, and this really makes sense if you want to go like totally wireless with your earphones. And that's how I feel. For the price, it offers great value, that I can say in one word. The sound quality is great, the battery life is awesome, and I don't have a problem at all with these earphones. So that is all guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to the channel down there if you have not yet. This is Tito from Kerry and Tech signing off for today. I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.